Hi, today on Nat Chats, I want to talk about the two most common mistakes sellers make when it comes to valuing their own properties. The first is what I call the cost plus model, and the second is what I call the cost differential model. Now, both of those models, when I go through them, are going to sound like they make sense in theory, but the reality is they bear no relevance to how valuers or indeed buyers determine the potential selling price of a property, and will generally lead to sellers making the really big mistake of overpricing their home and ending up with a really poor selling result. Now, the cost plus model works a bit like this. This is how much we've paid for the property, this is how much we've spent on renovations, this is what the stamp duty cost us, this is what the selling fee is, this is what we're having to pay in marketing, so this is what I want for my home. Now, in markets like the one that we're experiencing, which essentially have been price neutral over the last 10 years, or if you bought in the last 4 to 5 years price negative, that approach simply doesn't work. You've got nowhere to hide now, particularly if you've recently purchased your home, because buyers have got access to all of that information. They've got access to the previous pictures. They know what you've paid. They have an idea of what you might have spent, and they're going to determine the value of the property based on that information. They're not, unfortunately, likely to provide you with a premium for particularly your stamp duty and your agent fees and your selling marketing expenses. They may consider paying for the improvements if that holds some value to them. But if you've got a real estate agent agreeing with you in terms of that's the best way to price your property, run a mile, because they're essentially telling you what you want to hear and not what you need to hear. And they're not going to be setting you up with a strategy that's going to be getting you the best possible price and find the best buyer in the current market. The second most frequently used strategy, which leads to issues, is what I call the cost differential model. And that's when sellers say, this is approximately the price of the home that I'm looking to purchase. I'd like to reduce my mortgage by this much. I might like a new car, go on a holiday. Therefore, this is the amount that I need for my home. And again, sounds great in theory, but has no relevance to current market conditions or comparable sales results. When you're looking to get feedback on pricing for your property, you really do need to look at comparable sales evidence that's in the area. It needs to be approached in the same way that a valuer would approach pricing the property, or a real estate agent that's professional and competent is going to give you feedback about selling your home. That price needs to be rationally based, because buyers shop rationally. What we hope to do is put strategies and processes in place that will create competition and get them to buy emotionally, therefore achieving the premium price in the market. But don't make the mistake at arriving at your price based on principles that have no bearing to the likely selling range of your home when you look at rational comparable surrounding sales and the current performance of the market in your area, as well as other comparably listed homes. Have a great day.